Now this is an easier question, and it's tricked me because it looks like 5 marks, or it is 5 marks, but it's not as hard as any of those, but we'll still go through it anyway. So, the greatest height reached by the toy was 64 centimetres, so straight away you need to convert that to metres. Now you've just got to remember to convert centimetres to metres, divide by 100. Remember centis for century, so it means 100, and we divide by 100 gives us 0.64 metres. So when we see phi for that, okay, we can write that conversion next to c. So 64 divided by 100 equals 0.64 meters. Okay, so that's our first mark. Now it says the gravitational potential of the toy at this height was 0.049 joules. So straight away there's only one equation with gravitational potential energy, so we're going to go straight to that. We're going to find that and we're going to put it into our formula because we're going to have to use that equation at some point. So there's our equation sheet. We go through it. That's not got gravitational potential energy. That hasn't, but that one has. So we're going to use that equation. EP equals m, which is a mass, times gravitational field strength times height. So we're going to write that just here. EP equals mass times gravitational field strength times height. Now what we do is we put the numbers in. So we know that the gravitational field strength is 0.049. Okay, we know that we need to work out the mass, so we keep that as m. We know the gravitational field strength is 9.8, and we know the height converted is 0.64. So what we need to do now is convert that to make m the subject. So I'm going to do it over here. I'm going to rewrite it so it makes it easier. Equals m times 9.8 times 0.64. Now we're timesing 9m by 9.8 by 0 times by 0.64. So what we can do just to get m on its own is undo that times in by 9.8 and undo that times in by 0.64. So we just do 9.8 times 0.64, and that cancels out that and that, but we've got to do the same to the left hand side that we've done to the right. 9.8 times 0.64, that cancels, so what we end up with over here is m equals 0.049 divided by 9.8 times 0.64. Now if you use the fraction button, you don't have to mess around with brackets. Okay, so just use the fraction button. Brackets can cause errors. At the very least will waste your time. At the very worst can give you an error and mess your answer up and you lose marks. Okay, so let's just use the fraction button. As much as some of you don't want to, just use it. So 0.049 divided by 9.8 times 0.64. That gives us an answer of 7.8125, 7.8125 times 10 to the minus 3. Okay, and that's our answer, 7.8125 times 10 to the minus 3. And you can write it in standard form. The only way you can't write your answer is in fractions. So whenever the calculator gives it you in fractions, just make sure you press that SD so it doesn't put it in a fraction. And there's your answer. See, I told you that one was easier.